The Agile Manifesto contains another 12 principles. It consists of 4 values, which we have explained in the previous video, and another 12 principles, which we'll explain them in this video. The first principle states that our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. There are multiple points to focus on here. The first one is to satisfy the customer. How can the customer be satisfied? If you create the perfect plan and perfect documentation, customer will not be satisfied. The PMO will. The customer will be satisfied through early and continuous delivery. So you should not deliver incomplete work. You should deliver value early and frequently. You need to deliver valuable software, or to be more generic, valuable system. What you deliver should add value to the customer and deliver the highest business value early. For example, if we go through the previous example in the first chapter, the PMI ACP exam simulator, you need to deliver the highest business value features first. Then you can deliver the less value features or other cosmetics and so on. The second principle states that welcome changing requirements. Even late in development, agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. Changes are considered something negative in traditional projects, and change management procedures needs to be followed to properly govern the change. In agile projects, imagine that a high priority feature came late in the project. It will add a high business value to the customer. So we need a different lightweight mechanism to accommodate those late changes. Agile uses a backlog of the work to be done. It is continuously updated with new features and continuously prioritized to keep the highest priority work items on the top of this backlog to be worked on the soonest. Agile projects are more adaptive and flexible in dealing with changes that will inevitably arise and set up efficient ways to deal with them. The third principle states that deliver working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference to the shorter time scale. In traditional projects, we create the project management plan and spend months or years executing the project, and go to the customer at the end and hope that he or she accepts the product of the project. In agile projects, we look to get feedback early and often to avoid going too far and hope that customer accepts the product at the end. Agile teams work to deliver in shorter time frames, deliver early, and get feedback as soon as possible. The fourth principle states that business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. Working daily with the business representative, called the product owner, and developers makes everyone know more about the business in a more efficient way than collecting requirements, communicating through emails or phone calls. The business representative as well can learn more about the challenges that the development team faces. The fifth principle states that build projects around motivated individuals, give them the environment and support they need, and trust them to get the job done. Agile methods promote empowered teams. Teams work better when they are motivated, given the power and authority to plan and organize their own work. They don't like micromanagement. Management doesn't interfere with the day-to-day work and decisions. They recognize that the team members are experts and provide them the support they need to ensure that they are successful. Principle number 6. The most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. Written documentation are useful in keeping records, enabling decision-making, and complying with the governance, while face-to-face communication allows the team to transfer much information, which includes words, emotions, body language, and tone of voice. Moreover, it will allow immediate answers for any questions. Sometimes face-to-face communication might not be possible to apply in all projects, like international projects which are being implemented in many countries, or projects which includes multiple teams. So technology can be used to create a virtual collaboration environments like video conferences and so on. Principle number 7 states that working software is the primary measure of progress. To make this principle more generic, we can state that working systems is the primary measure of progress. In agile projects, progress is assessed based on the emerging product or service being developed. Focus is shifted from documentation to working results. The progress is measured by the usability, not the percentage of work completed on a Gantt chart. Principle number 8 states that agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. Agile methods recognize the value of sustainable pace that allows the team members maintain work-life balance. Sustainable pace is also useful for the teams and the organization as well, as it will reduce the turnover rate and the number of resignations, and losing the talented employees, then hiring new employees, train them in order to provide the same result as the previous ones. Even in the PMI ACP exam, you can eliminate any answer which contains working overtime, extend the iteration, and so on, as agile teams promote sustainable development. Principle number 9 states that continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. The team must balance between delivering value and maintaining technical excellence. This is done by keeping the design clean and efficient. Updating the design should be easy and accommodate any change. If it is hard to maintain, it will lose agility. Principle number 10 states that simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. It means boiling down the requirements to the essential elements only. It's not about delivering many features that most of them don't add any business value or may not even be used. Agile methods seek the simplest thing that could work. Principle number 11 states that the best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. Self-organizing teams have the authority to make local decisions. They have a high level of ownership. So, requirements, architectures, and designs emerging from them are much more better than those forced on them by external parties. Principle number 12 states that at regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. Collecting lessons learned at the end of the project might be useful, but useful for whom? It might be useful for the upcoming projects, not this one. Agile teams collect their lessons learned while they are still working on the project. So these lessons learned will be more useful and actionable. Agile methods employ retrospective to look back on how things went and reflect. They identify opportunities for improvement. Retrospectives are held at the end of each iteration and apply the suggested improvements to the upcoming iterations.